People say every city has its ghosts, but some legends don't belong to a place. They belong to an object. Annabelle was one of them. I never believed in cursed dolls. Urban legends were just recycled fear, passed from one frightened mouth to another. That belief lasted until the night I opened the evidence box marked A17. I was an independent researcher, obsessed with exposing myths. My blog, Urban Truth, specialized in tearing apart famous horror stories and showing the psychology behind them. When I announced I was investigating the Annabelle legend, my inbox exploded with warnings. Don't touch it. Some things should stay buried. It watches. I laughed. Fear made people poetic. The box arrived without a return address. Inside were police reports, hospital records, photographs, and a small voice recorder wrapped in black cloth. At the bottom lay a photograph that made my stomach tighten. A doll, its cracked porcelain face frozen in a childlike smile, eyes far too real. Annabelle. According to the legend, the doll was possessed by a demonic entity, responsible for deaths, madness, and unexplained phenomena. My goal was simple: prove it false. That night, I locked my apartment door, brewed coffee, and began reviewing the materials. The police reports were unsettling but explainable: accidents, stress-induced hallucinations, unexplained deaths ruled as natural causes. One case caught my attention. Nurse Clara Higgins, age 28, found dead in her apartment, neck twisted at an impossible angle. Cause of death: undetermined. The recorder belonged to her. I hesitated before pressing play. At first, only static. Then a woman's shaky breathing. Day 3, Clara whispered. I didn't believe them. I thought it was just a doll. A pause. Something scraped in the background. She moves when I'm not looking. My apartment lights flickered. I told myself it was faulty wiring. The recording continued. I locked her in the closet. I swear to God, I locked it. A muffled sound followed. Soft footsteps. Or fabric brushing against wood. Then Clara screamed. The audio cut off abruptly. My hands were cold. I shut the recorder off and leaned back, forcing a laugh. Old audio effects. Clever editing. Nothing more. That was when I noticed it. The photograph on my desk was different. The doll's head, which had been tilted slightly to the left, now leaned right. I froze. I hadn't touched it. Slowly, deliberately, I picked up the photo and examined it. No trick folds. No second image. A chill crawled up my spine. You're tired, I muttered. That's all. I placed the photo back and continued reading. Another report described a priest who attempted to bless the doll. He died in a car crash hours later, his brakes reportedly failing without explanation. The final line read, "Witnesses claim the doll was seen in the back seat moments before impact." That was when I heard it. A soft thud. From inside my apartment. I held my breath. The sound came again. Slow, deliberate footsteps. My bedroom door creaked open. I hadn't moved. The air grew heavy, pressing against my chest. I stood, heart pounding, and walked toward the doorway. The hall was empty. But something felt wrong. On the living room couch sat a doll. Not the photograph. The real one. Porcelain skin cracked like old bone. Red yarn hair tangled and matted. Its eyes, glass, but reflective, seemed locked onto mine. I staggered back. No, I whispered. This isn't possible. The doll's head tilted. Not mechanically. Not like it fell. Like it was curious. A voice filled the room. Not heard, but felt. You wanted the truth. The door slammed shut behind me. I grabbed my phone. No signal. The screen flickered, then went black. I ran for the kitchen, snatched a knife, and turned back just in time to see the doll. Standing. Its tiny feet rested on the floor, toes pointed inward like a child's. My mind screamed that dolls couldn't move. But my eyes told a different story. You're not real, I said, backing away. The smile widened. They always say that. Memories flooded my head. Images that weren't mine. A dark ritual. Candles. A child's body lying still while something else clawed its way inside. The doll wasn't possessed by a child, as the legend claimed. The child had been a door. The thing inside Annabelle was old. Ancient. Hungry. It didn't haunt houses. It followed belief. The more people feared it, the stronger it became. You expose legends, the voice whispered. But what happens when the legend exposes you? The walls began to bleed shadows. Faces pressed through them, screaming silently. I dropped the knife, clutching my head. Stop! I begged. The doll stepped closer. Each footfall echoed like a hammer strike. You will tell them, it said. And they will listen. And they will fear. Its cold porcelain hand touched my forehead. The world went black. I woke up in a hospital. They told me I'd been found unconscious in my apartment, alone. No doll. No recorder. No evidence box. The doctors diagnosed stress-induced psychosis. I accepted it. I wanted to. But at night, I hear soft footsteps. I wake to find my doors unlocked, my belongings rearranged. My blog post went live yesterday. The Annabelle Chronicles. An urban legend exposed. I wrote everything. The history. The deaths. The truth behind the lie. It's already gone viral. Thousands of comments. Millions of views. Fear spreads fast. This morning, a package arrived at my door. No return address. Inside was a small porcelain handprint. And a note, written in a child's scrawl. Thank you for believing.